WLBT, 3 on your side. WLBT News starts now.
Here's what's making headlines at 5. The man accused of shooting and killing a man at a Ridgeland Park will go before a judge today. Ashley Garner will be live with the latest developments in the investigation. After that, a Jackson family demanding answers after they say no arrests have been made following an alleged rape on a JPS campus. What the teen and JPS officials have to say at 5:03. Then at 5:05, we are heading inside our schools as officials try to establish more charter schools across the state. And at 5:06, Reggie Marion will be live with tips on how you can stay safe as the temperatures climb in the metro area. Those stories and more coming your way.
First alert traffic and weather together. Take a live look at I-55 at the Waterworks curve. No issues here, as you might imagine. Traffic's moving along fine all through the metro area. Good morning. We're glad you're with us. I'm Wilson Stripling.
And I'm Symphony Privet. Heat and humidity dominating the forecast as temperatures continue to climb.
First alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis joining us with the check of the first alert forecast.
And it's going to be another hot day across central Mississippi for today. We are talking about temperatures quickly warming up. We're currently in the middle 70s in most locations, except for Macomb right now checking in at 77 degrees. Feels like temperatures not off base right now, but they will change very quickly as we head through the next couple of hours. As soon as the sun comes up, the temperatures will be off to the races. As far as where we're going for today, expect high temperatures in the middle 90s and a chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. But when you factor in the humidity levels, this is what it's going to feel like, anywhere from about 103 to 108 this afternoon. In Jackson, 105. The forecast high feels like temperature. 106 over towards Vicksburg, 104 in Brookhaven. At any rate, you need to take care of this heat. Make sure you're taking plenty of breaks in the shade if you have to be outside for any prolonged period of time. Make sure you're wearing sunscreen and hydrating yourself throughout the day. And likely we'll get this again for tomorrow and possibly even going into your Thursday before some changes come our way. We'll take a look at that in your full forecast coming up.
All right, first at 5, the suspects accused of shooting and killing a man at a neighborhood park in Ridgeland will be back in court today.
3 on your side's Ashley Garner joins us live with the latest developments. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning. 7 people are now facing charges in this case. Now, we do expect to learn more when they appear in court later today. Now, 5 people have been arrested back in June and July, and we just learned yesterday 2 additional arrests have been made in this case. Take a look at your screen. We are told just yesterday, Christopher Coleman and D'Antonio Guyton are both behind bars this morning. Christopher Tyler, Lenzarius Roberts, Isaiah Evans, McCullum, and Darius Farmer were also arrested and are behind bars in connection to the death of 23-year-old Kendrell Miller. All 7 suspects face murder charges and are being held on a $1 million bond. The deadly shooting happened back in June. Investigators say Miller was playing basketball when a truck full of people drove by and started shooting. Miller was hit by the flying bullets and died there on the scene. Police say he was not the intended target. The suspects involved, again, will have hearings this afternoon here in Ridgeland, and we, of course, will keep you updated on this case. For now, reporting live in Ridgeland, Ashley Garner, 3 on your side.
Thanks, Ashley. Also in court today, the man accused of killing a 7-year-old boy during a drive-by shooting in Brookhaven. 24-year-old John Weathersby is accused of shooting and killing 7-year-old Quantavious Allen Jr. after shooting into his father's house. Police say more than 10 rounds were fired into the home. The boy was playing a video game in the living room when the shots were fired. His 5-year-old sister was playing nearby, and their father was in a bedroom. The boy was taken to UMMC, where he later died. Weathersby is currently being held in the Copiah County Jail. Developing this morning, a Provine High School student wants answers after she says she was raped earlier this year by another student. The victim says she was on the way to the office to call her mom when a male student grabbed her and forced her into the shower area in the boys' locker room. She says he then raped her right there in the boys' shower in the middle of the school day. She eventually told another student, who told the assistant principal and eventually her parents. She says they went straight to the hospital where a rape kit was done, and then nothing.
It was in January.
It was 2 days after our birthday.
So now we are in July. And what has happened since then?
Nothing. I've contacted the detective, and it's like I've been getting to run around.
Her mother says the family is angry and frustrated. The family says in addition to the rape kit, there's video to back up the young lady's story, but no arrests have been made. We contacted the Jackson Public School District, who sent us this statement, quote, "A core value of Jackson Public Schools is to maintain a positive and respectful culture. We expect our scholars and staff to operate at their highest potential in environments in which growth and achievement are the highest priorities. We value the safety and well-being of all of our students." The Office of Campus Enforcement, along with the District Attorney's Office, are investigating an alleged criminal act against a high school student. We understand the urgency of such matters and will continue to work with all involved parties to ensure that these concerns are fully addressed and that we provide timely and appropriate communications along the way. We take these allegations very seriously and are taking appropriate actions based on the results of the investigation, end quote. To keep up with this and other developing stories we're tracking in the Metro, remember to download our free WLBT News app.
In other news from inside our schools, groups hoping to open 4 new charter schools in Mississippi are moving forward, while one group has been rejected. The Charter School Authorizer Board voted Monday to accept 4 applications for charter schools in Greenwood, Canton, and Vicksburg. The board denied an application by KC Schools Incorporated for a K-12 school in the South Pike School District. The board will make its final decisions in September. Happening today, members of the state's Lottery Commission will meet as the state prepares to start selling lottery tickets for the first time. Officials are still hammering out the details, including where all the lottery proceeds will go. We'll be sure to bring you any news that comes out of today's meeting. Also today, the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians will formally welcome a new chief. Cyrus Ben will be sworn in after defeating incumbent Chief Phyllis Anderson in the recent runoff election. Ben will take the oath of office at 1:30 this afternoon in a ceremony at the Silver Star Convention Center. With it feeling like it's over 100 degrees outside, it's important to stay safe if you have to be outdoors.
Yeah, the hot weather can cause heat strokes. 3 on your side's Reggie Marion is live in Jackson this morning with warning signs during this heat advisory. Good morning, Reggie.
Good morning. Some people are more vulnerable for heat strokes or heat exhaustion, and that's why doctors say they need to be extra careful during the summertime. And that includes the elderly, infants, children, anyone with a chronic medical illness, or anyone who has to work outside. Health experts say you should stay hydrated. Don't wait until you get thirsty to drink water, and schedule tasks early in the day to avoid the midday heat, and make sure you go inside for breaks. The doctors say here are the warning signs, the symptoms rather, for heat stroke. They are headache, dizziness, nausea, hot, red, or damp skin, muscle cramps, weakness, or fainting. And it's also important to remember your pets during the hot temperatures, and if you know someone who does not have air conditioning at home, be sure to check on them, especially if they are the elderly. Live in Jackson, Reggie Marion, 3 on your side.
Thanks, Reggie. Time now 5:08.
And we check back in with First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis for the latest on how hot it will get.
Yeah, it feels like temperatures today likely going to be exceeding 105 degrees in a lot of locations across central Mississippi. So if you're going to be outside, you want to take care in this heat. Definitely going to be hot all day long across the region. There might be a cooling shower or thunderstorm to come along with it, but many of us will stay dry. We'll talk about where we are going over the next few days. Look at those rain chances for today and beyond in your 7-day forecast, and look at the tropics as well. Time right now is 5:08 on a Tuesday morning.